Touska. We're prepared to subject you to disabling fire.
And amid all of that, the seizure of the Iranian cargo ship has become that major flashpoint between the US and Iran. And while the US president earlier revealed that it was under US sanctions owing to prior history of illegal activity, quote unquote, fresh details have now surfaced on what was allegedly found on board the vessel. Over the weekend, the conflict escalated in the Gulf of Oman as the US Navy's guided missile destroyer intercepted that vessel which was heading towards the Iranian port city of Bandar Abbas reportedly. This US destroyer fired at the Iranian vessel's engine room after it allegedly ignored repeated warnings to turn back. CENTCOM even released footage of the operation showing Marines departing the assault ship USS Tripoli by helicopter and descending on the cargo vessel to seize it. Now, it's now been reported that the Iranian container ship may contain dual-use items that could be used by the Iranian military as well as industries. The list of items potentially reportedly including metals, pipes, electronic components. This vessel reportedly carried dual-use items in the past as well. It is part of the Islamic Republic of Iran shipping lines, which is reportedly controlled by the IRGC. In 2019, the US Department of State imposed sanctions on this group, citing that it poses a risk of contributing to Iran's proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. It accused it of transporting items intended for Iran's ballistic missile program. As per data analytics experts, the cargo vessel was initially detected at China's port on the 25th of March and arrived at the country's port around 29th of March. This vessel loaded containers there as well as at its next stop at a port in Malaysia, reportedly. Meanwhile, former South Carolina Governor Nikki Haley claiming that this ship was linked to chemical shipments for Iranian missiles. She says that she alleged that the ship was linked to chemical shipments for Iranian missiles. She also alleged that China is helping prop up Iran's regime. Subsequently, China expressed concern over the forced interception of this Iranian cargo ship and urged all parties to abide by the ceasefire agreement. Listen to this.
As the situation in the Strait of Hormuz is sensitive and complex, we have expressed our concern over the US's forced interception of the relevant vessels. We hope that the relevant parties will abide by the ceasefire agreement in a responsible manner.
Trump, though, made his unease with China pretty clear. Speaking to ABC News, he said, I'm quoting, "We caught a ship yesterday that had some things on it which wasn't very nice. A gift from China, perhaps," quote unquote. Previously, Trump claimed that Beijing had agreed not to send weapons to Iran. On the other hand, Tehran termed the incident unlawful and violation of the international law. It demanded the immediate release of the vessel, its sailors and their families. Until now, Iran's military has refrained from taking any action to ensure safety of the vessel's crew and their families. Meanwhile, signaling its intent yet again, the US forces boarded the Tiffany vessel in the Indo-Pacific region and conducted an inspection. It has been sanctioned, reportedly, for transporting Iranian oil. As per the US Department of War, this was part of the global efforts to disrupt the network providing support to Iran. All right, we will be keeping a very close eye on those developments with far-reaching implications. But switching gears now to Sudan, which is witnessing one of the world's worst humanitarian crises. It has been a battleground for competing foreign powers, but things are also changing rapidly. According to a report by Reuters, Pakistan has put a $1.5 billion weapon sales to Sudan on hold. The arms deal reportedly has been put on hold after Saudi Arabia refused to finance the deal and asked Pakistan to terminate the agreement. In January this year, Reuters had reported that the deal was in final stages. However, neither Pakistan nor Saudi Arabia have ever confirmed that any such deal was in the works. The Reuters report, citing a source saying that Saudi Arabia refused to finance the deal after a meeting between Sudanese army leaders and Saudi authorities in Riyadh last month. Further, the report says that Pakistan's $4 billion arms deal with Libya is also in jeopardy as the Saudis are reportedly revisiting their strategy in both the countries. The Reuters report also saying that some Western countries have advised Riyadh to stay out of proxy wars in Africa. The Saudis have long supported the Sudanese army in the civil war against the paramilitary RSF, remember. The RSF, in turn, is backed by the UAE, although the Emiratis deny any such support. The civil war in Sudan has raged since 2023, leading to over 150,000 deaths and some of the most barbaric incidents. The conflict has also displaced millions, triggering the world's largest humanitarian crisis. Riyadh and Abu Dhabi have been reportedly involved in several proxy wars in the region. The most prominent among them is Yemen, where the Saudis are seen to be backing the internationally recognized Yemeni government, while the UAE primarily supports the Southern Transitional Council. The decade-long civil war has displaced millions, led to thousands of deaths. Moving on for now, IPL is of course a delight to watch. The multi-billion-dollar league has audiences fixated. The 20-over cricket tournament is a run fest where the batters often rule the 22-yard pitch. It is a run fest, an unending saga of big hits. Records shattered almost every match. And it's also often a contest of how quickly a batter can score runs. And that begs the question, how low can the ball count really go for a T20 century? Now, if we look through the record books, Tilak Varma's 45-ball ton does not even feature in the top 10 of the IPL's fastest centuries. In fact, it sits at the 17th spot. As you can see, in overall T20s, it doesn't even make the top 30. The IPL record belongs to Chris Gale, who smashed a 30-ball century in 2013, while the record for the fastest T20I century belongs to Estonia's Sahil Chauhan, who took just 27 balls to reach three figures against Cyprus in 2024. In fact, mathematically, a batter can reach a century in just 17 legal balls by hitting 17 consecutive sixes. But that also remains firmly in the realm of theory, because in recorded cricket history, the most consecutive sixes in top-level cricket is 6, a feat achieved by multiple players. That figure would obviously go down if the batter makes use of a no ball or a free hit. Even Chauhan, during his record-breaking knock, struck 13 sixes in total, still well short of that perfect streak. So, realistically, what is the lower limit then? If a batter maximizes power plays, targets specific bowlers, and maintains a strike rate above 300, a sub-25 ball century may not be out of reach. And with T20 cricket constantly pushing boundaries as well, it may only be a matter of time before even that barrier gets broken. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.